Alright guys, so in this video, we'll be replacing our bearings on our front rim. So we're going to start by removing the seal, and y'all can see that bearing looks pretty bad right there. We're going to flip our wheel over. We're going to remove the seal on this side as well. And you just want to pry it up all the way around until the bearing pops up. Okay, we removed our seal. Now it's time to get this bearing up out of here, guys. So we have 2 pieces of wood, so it can be nice and solid as we're applying some pressure to our bearing to get it out of this housing. We're gonna soak the bearing with some of our Velcro we have here. Let that soak a minute. We're gonna come back and flip it over. I'll soak him up. As you guys can see, these bearings are pretty bad. Alright y'all, so we removed one of our bearings out. And a trick to removing that bearing out, we was able to cock our screwdriver to the side and get a bite on the inside of this sleeve and just tap down. Y'all see this bearing here? Looks pretty old and real bad. So we just gonna knock our other bearing out this other side of our wheel. You ought to pop right out of there. All right. Now that we have both our bearings out, we're gonna give our rim a little wipe down on both sides. You see these old bearings, we don't wanna go back with those guys. These seals are bad, the bearings are bad. So, and we ordered our new set of bearings right off of eBay for, I believe, what, $10 to $13. We have our bearing housing pretty clean. Now we're gonna come with a little bearing grease, and we're just gonna lube the inside of our housing. Okay. We have our new bearing and seals right here. We're gonna get these guys open up. Put our seal to the side. All right, we have our new bearing here. We're gonna set him in place. Okay. Give him a little tap, get him nice and seated. Now to seat our bearing, we're actually just gonna be using the sleeve, our inner sleeve. Go ahead and tap him. Even better, to seat our bearing, we have an old socket right there. And you just want to get it tapped down as much as possible. Get it pretty flush. All right, we have our seal here. We come on our top side with our seal. Give it a little tap. And we could come back with our socket. Our seal's in. Our new bearing is on this side of our wheel. Now we're gonna flip our wheel over. Don't forget, guys, install your sleeve. We're gonna get the sleeve a little wiped down. All right, we're gonna install our sleeve. Come with a little bearing grease. It's actually just some multi-purpose grease. Some high temp multi-purpose grease. So we're just greasing our housing up. All right, now we're gonna come with our bearing, guys. Bearings in our wheel. Okay, we have our socket here. Now that we have our bearing, next and last is our seal before we get this wheel on this bike. All right, back with our socket. All right, and that ought to do it, guys. That ought to do it. We'll tap this side of our seal just to make sure we flush. All right, guys. So we lined up on both sides our seals with our new bearings. So this here wheel is ready to go on our bike. All right, right now we have our wheel spacers. The left side of the bike is flanged out and our right side is straight. So when you put it in, you just wanna turn it. Make sure you're sealed all the way around. All right, that looks pretty good. You can hit it with a limo crawl. All right, we're gonna turn our wheel around. Now it's time to install the right side. The right side of the wheel is just a straight adapter, so we're gonna stick him in. The same thing, as you put it in, you wanna turn it. You don't wanna smash any parts of your seal. You just want it, get it nice and seated all the way around your spacer. All right, guys, now that we have that installed, now we're finally gonna be installing our front wheel. So before we get started, we're gonna go ahead on and grease our axle up with some high temperature red grease that we bought from Walmart. You wanna just go ahead and grease it up so you don't have any problems with it getting in a bind. You want it to slide right through during the installation. So go ahead and grease that bolt up real good. Grease that axle up. All right. All right, y'all, next, you wanna go ahead and come with your wheel, guys. And again, the flange side of our spacer goes on the caliper side of the bike. So we're gonna get our fork straight. Now we have our front brake caliper that we'll be reinstalling on our bike. All right, so you wanna open up your pads, get them slid on your rotor. All right, we got them on our rotor. Now you wanna come with your bolts. Get your one on the bottom side. All right, now you wanna go ahead and grab your one on that top side. Now we also, this one here also holds our brake cable with this little tab right here. It may be a little difficult at first, but once you get that bolt in there, you got them. So from there, you just want to pull your caliper up some. Go ahead and lock that wire down.